Hello and welcome to Model Train Fun. Today we're going to look at how to update your Mobile Station 2 to the latest software. Unfortunately, the Mobile Station 2 do not or cannot connect to the internet and download the updates. So in order to do the update, you will either need a central station, or you can also update a mobile station from another mobile station that has been updated. I will show you both methods. Now, what do you do if you have a mobile station but you do not have an updated mobile station, or you don't have a central station? Well, I suggest you go ask a friend if you can get an update, or you go to your local Märklin dealer. I'm sure they will be happy to help you. Now, in order to update your mobile station, you need to connect it to the central station. However, you need to make sure the central station has the latest update. So included in the updates for the central station are also the updates for the mobile station. So you basically need the central station tree to be updated to latest version before you can update your mobile station. Now we need to plug in the mobile station into the central station tree. If you notice, the button here actually changed color because it's a different mobile station. Unfortunately, when I did my first take on the video, I actually accidentally damaged the mobile station. So if you look at the mobile station here, the connector from the other one, you see there is 2 pins here to the right at the bottom, and there's actually a pin missing over here to the left. You can see there's something in the bottom, but you can't see the pin. So accidentally at my first take, when I tried to plug it into the mobile station, because I had to take care of the camera and everything, I didn't plug it in correctly, and I plugged it in crooked, and I actually forcefully pushed it in. So don't ever forcefully push in a plug. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in, so be gentle. So I hope this is a lesson to all of you as well. Be gentle when you plug in the plugs, and don't damage your mobile station like I did. So here we have it. We have the plug. We got the a little groove down here. If you look closely here, there's a groove down here as well on the central station. Let me just hold it a little different. You see there's a groove down here on the central station, so we need to align the bottom of the plug with the bottom of this one here. So you gently line it up and you plug it in. It has to go in nicely. If it's difficult to plug in, do not force it, because then you might end up breaking the pin like I did. And here we got it connected. So we have it connected. So now let's start up the central station, and just turned on the power. You see the central station starts up, but you see the mobile station is actually also starting up. And you notice it's actually already ready, the mobile station. The central station is still starting up, so we have to wait for the central station to be completely ready. Now we add the nice logo, so now it's almost there. Okay, so the central station is started up, and what you notice here on the mobile station is it's already recognizing that it needs an update, so it immediately says, do you want to update the files? Okay, if we go look at the central station, so you can actually see up here on the, system icon, now there's a red dot here. I can actually click this one. If I go into the system, you will actually see here now an MS2 has appeared, and it has a red dot. So I can also from in here trigger, you see I clicked on the MS2, now there's an update button over here. I can also trigger it from in here as well, the update. However, let's look at it from the mobile station. So it says update files. So the button over here is a no, if you want to hit no. The button over here is a yes, so I'm going to hit a yes. So I'm going to click on this one. And you can see it basically just goes ahead and updates, right? So It seems like now it's updating the language file. Done with that. Now it's doing, I guess, the essential update file, downloading that from the Central Station tree. And yes, you have to be patient. All right, doing more updates. You simply just have to be patient till it's completely done. Yeah, I'm sad I broke the connector on my other one, so I guess I have to send it into Märklin for service. Now the update of the mobile station was actually not an update of the mobile station itself, but an update of the additional files that are in there. So actually what we need to do is we need to go back to the Central Station tree. So let me just zoom into the screen, 1 second. So now you can also see a close-up of the Central Station tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to, in the top left corner, hit the system where there's a red dot saying we need an update. Then we are going to, now we're in the system, now we're going to go into the settings sections and we're going to go into system again. And now you see here to the bottom, there's actually an MS2 icon. It has a red dot. We're going to click on this one. And now to the right, you will see there's an update icon. So let's just hold the mobile station up and see what happens when we hit the update icon. So now I'm going to hit the update. It asks me whether or not you want to update it to 3.121. Yes, I would like to update it. Okay. It actually automatically goes in stop mode. You see something happens here on the Central Station or the mobile station as well. And on the Central Station, you can see there's a progress bar, so it's updating the firmware of the mobile station 2. What it did before was update the additional files, such as the locomotive database and so on. Now we're actually doing the actual update of the mobile station 2. We have to be patient. We can see the progress bar is still going. It looks like there's a countdown, 30. Let's hope it's done when it reaches 0, 15. All right. And now it says do not unplug it immediately on the Central Station because it needs to restart, and it actually did that. And then it says let it update additional files. I hit OK. I guess that's the files I did before because I updated those immediately when it said update files, so that's what we started with. We hit shift and the wrench. We go into the MS2 information here, and now we see we have a new software version. Yippee! The other way to update your mobile station 2 is actually you can update it from another mobile station. In order to do that, you need your track connector box. You need your updated mobile station 2, so that's the one I have here. And over here I have a mobile station 2 that has not been updated. Okay, what you need to do is you need to connect both mobile stations to the track connector box. And as I understand it, it doesn't matter which one goes where, so I'm just going to first connect here my updated one, and then I'm going to connect my non-updated. So now I got them both connected, and now I can turn on the power to the track connector box, and you will actually see both mobile stations starting up. So here we have the updated version, and here you have the non-updated, and you see they're already ready. So now the idea is what you do, and I suspect this one will not work because remember I told you earlier in the video I damaged this mobile station 2, so I damaged the plug that goes in there. so I suspect it will not work. But basically what you need to do is you need to go into the configuration menu again. So you hit the shift, you hit the wrench. Unfortunately now it's in German, so we'll just scroll one down. I hit the language and I want it in English, so now it's in English. We try again, we hit shift, wrench. I can scroll down on the buttons over here, and now I can actually hit the update Mobile Station 2. So I hit the button next to that, and now as you see it says no appropriate device on the bus, and that's unfortunately because I broke the pin in the connector. If I haven't done that, it would actually ask me if I would like to update, and then you can hit yes as well. So unfortunately I cannot show you that. Let's see if it will at least do an update of the files here on the Mobile Station 2. So the files are the locomotive database and so on. So you can also hit that one. Well, it also says no newer files available. So what you will be able to do if you hadn't broke the pin is now be able to update first the Mobile Station 2 and then update the files. Sometimes the files actually comes automatically with the update. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that, but it's actually pretty easy. Just go ahead and try it out. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and please do subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell so you'll get notifications when you get when there's new videos available on the channel. Enjoy and have fun.